Okay, boys and girls, for lesson 7, level 3, I want you to actually do both of these. I want you to do part A and part B. Okay, so let's just go straight into it, shall we? I'm going to just go with you right now to part A. It says it's the introduction to RGB, and RGB basically just stands for red, green, and blue. Pretty simple, and you can make any color of the rainbow, and beyond that, you can make just millions of different colors using values in a scale for red, green, and blue. And I want you to play around with this right now, these sliding scales right here. If you take the red out, then all you'll have left is green and blue. And if you add more red, then you can see it warms up to white. So white is 255, 255, 255 for green, blue, and red. Okay, if you take out the red and then take out some of the green as well, you can see that the more green you take out, the more blue and red it is. Some blue and red makes purple, right? If you add green, then it gets more like light blue. But if you take all the blue out, watch what happens. Take the blue out, then you can see it's turning more green. And if you add some more red, it gets warmer. If you take the red away, it gets colder. Okay, some more red, some more orange, right? Orange, this is red and green with a little blue. Because we'll play around with this. Pretty cool. You know, just slide around, because any color that you want to make can be, you can represent that color in your website with a combination of red, green, and blue values. So this color that you're looking at right here on the screen right now, the nice green, like a lime, dark lime green, is red 113, green 162, and blue 72. You can actually code that into your HTML to create custom colors in your backgrounds, in your fonts, everything. Pretty cool, right? All right, so that's all you have to do on this one is just play around with it. Take a screenshot when you've set a custom color and include the information in your caption, and you'll be good to go. And I'll see you in part B in just a second. Okay, remember I said I want you to do A and B, so let's go to B now. We're going to practice adding RGB colors to our website, okay? Let's read what it says and do this. Oh, it's doing that thing again. Okay, hang on. Do this. Find the CSS rule set in the style sheet that gives the red words their style. Okay, let me move myself out of the way here. Okay, so let's go to the CSS rule set and let's see let's look at the HTML file. And you can see we have some new code here, and we haven't even learned that, but we'll get to it. The P class equals red 0, okay? And then we have red 1, red 2, red 3, red 4. So we're actually learning classes. You can read about it up here, but basically I'll just show you, okay? You can read about classes up here, but let's just go look at it, okay? So it says, find the CSS rule set in the style sheet that gives the red words their style. Okay, let's see. Well, here's red 0, right? And you can see for a class, it just starts with a dot. That's the only difference, okay? Since they were defined in the HTML file as classes, red 0, class red 1, class red 2, okay? Then in the CSS file, the rule sets are for red 1, red 2, red 3, red 4, okay? So we found where the red words get their style. It says update the styles for the green and blue words to try different colors using the RGB codes. Okay. See, because then we can see in the preview over here that red is starting off real dark red and fading to a real light red or a pink. And green is just straight across the same, and so is blue. So let's see if we can get the green to fade as well. Okay, so we're going to change. We're not going to start with green 0 and change that color. We want it to stay nice and dark. But green 1, we definitely want to change to an RGB value of what? We want the green to be represented completely, right? So let's take a look at what's happening with red and how they got it to fade. Let's look at the math of the numbers. Okay, first of all, you can see it starts with the dark red is, this is the red. Remember, it goes red, green, blue from left to right. So the number that's highlighted right now is the red component of this color right here, right there, this one right there. And then there's no green and there's no blue. So in our first green color, we would want to start off with something like probably 0, 128, 0. And that will keep it nice and dark green, right? And then what's happening is we're adding 32 to each value as it goes down the line, basically 31 to 32. So if we, let's see. So that was my bad, boys and girls. I was putting that in green 1 and I wanted it to be in green 0. Okay, for green 0, okay, right there, we have our RGB values. Now, for the green 1, let's just add 32 to every value. So it'd be 32, and then 160, 32. Now you see how it's lightening up? Look right here, where I'm highlighting the text. See that? Can you see that right there? Right there, see how it's lightening up a little bit? Okay, let's just keep going. We're just gonna follow the example in red, where it's gonna add 32 to each value. So here we will go RGB 60, and you can even get the same numbers from the red values, from all the red classes. We're using the same numbers, right? We used 128, 0, and 0 for green 0, but we just use them in a different order because we wanted green, the 128, to be the primary color, to be the dominant color, right? So we always want the middle color for the green classes to be dominant, but we can use the same numbers. So in the next one, it's going to be 192, 64, and 64, but we're going to put them in a different order. We're going to go 64, 192, 64. Now watch, let's see how green is going now by scale. Okay, so we're just adding 32 each time to each number, and then when we get to blue, we're going to change this code, not blue, but RGB, and then we're going to start off with the same values, 128, 0, and 0, except 128 is going to be the last number. It's going to go 0, 0, 128 right here. So we have all blue and no red or green, and then add 32 to each number as you go down. I want to let you figure this out and finish this one up, and I will see you in the next level. Good job, boys and girls.